Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the part two live stream. I had some technical difficulties. Turns out it was we think it was completely on my end. The difficulties, because my streaming software that I use, OBS, had locked up when I tried to, quit out of it after I ended the first live stream. So let me know if you can see and hear me for sure. So, we had gotten through with the first live stream. We got through the intro of the techniques, the intro of the techniques, the intro of the theme, even, which is for this is the first healing of the three in the set called the triplet set. Friendship, boundaries, and play is the theme. And so we had already gotten through grounding, indie grounding, crowd exercise, vacuum boxes. We were just starting aura repair in the healing when everything crashed and burned. Thank you for letting me know that I was having technical problems for some reason. I don't know why. This is a pretty new laptop. Pretty high-end, pretty new laptop, so whatever. So I am getting, at this point, confirmation that people can see and hear me, so that's nice. I very much appreciate, and even my husband's saying it's working too, so that's good. It's funny that angels woke up my husband so he could help me figure it out. Oh, thank you, angels. See, everything works out. There's always good news in energy healing. So this is the part two. The part one later, if you're watching later as a video, the part one is useful in that, well, it starts the healing, it does lots of grounding work, but also it introduces the theme, which is interesting, and it kind of overviews both Q&As that I'm doing this month, separate live streams, and whatever. So that was 54 minutes long. So now let's pick up with aura repair. Just imagine, we'll do grounding for 1 second first, since that might have been ungrounding for people. So just imagine you're grounding. Your grounding is your connection to the core of the earth. Ideally, make it really wide as your whole aura. Okay, so we're just redoing grounding, and then we'll resume with aura repair. So imagine you're grounding, your connection to the core of the earth. Go ahead, recreate it with so it's red or orange or yellow. It goes up high as your third chakra, and which is below your sternum bone. So make it that high, red or orange or yellow, nice and wide, all around you. And just use gold light, gold fire, gold water, gold spinning flecks like gold sandstorm if you want, whatever you want to unblock your grounding. Especially in the back. I think there will be a little sub-theme of working the, strengthening the back of your aura and the back of your grounding today, because it just, people need it. So that's just grounding and blocking. Just imagine any clogs in your grounding and just surround them in gold light until they melt away. You can blow them up too if you're healing yourself. You just take the clog and just go or take the clog and go, angels, here you go. That's nice. So just imagine all the blockages in your grounding, gather them up like a big mud pie, and then you go, angels, here you go. One more time, get all the clogs in your grounding, mush it all together like a big pie of mud, and then you go, angels, here you go. Okay, so that was just a little grounding, unblocking. So now we'll resume where we were in the healing, because we had already done in part one, the part one live stream, grounding, indie grounding, crowd exercise, vacuum repair, vacuum boxes. So now we're ready for aura repair. And I was just saying, that if you can't yet see your aura, it's okay. You can still do aura repair. And you may enjoy using a composite just of your own aura, but the rips in your aura. So say you have like 4 big rips in your aura, but you can't see energy yet, so you're nervous. Maybe you're going to miss one of them. So you can just imagine one composite rip that represents all the rips in your aura right now, and just repair that one composite rip of just the rips in your aura. So, and when you do that, you just get the gold light as deep as possible in the rip, because you want to clean it out. There can be gunk buildup in the gunk buildup, just energy that's not you that kind of builds up in the rip. So you just want to get the gold light, gold fire really deep in there to like clean it out and help it to grow back. Help your aura to start growing back so there's no more rip. And just keep using more gold light. Just be patient, wash it all out so that your aura repairs up. And don't stop early. Like if you stop early, then rather than a big rip, you have like this sort of bumpy surface, you know? But you don't want that. Just melt away that hard bumpy surface, which is scarring that's left over, and just keep melting that so that it heals more. So then it's like a nice rounded, you know, big ball for your aura, right? And just go ahead, check, make sure you didn't miss any spots in your aura. And so that's aura repair. If you've never done aura repair before, maybe you need just a little bit more time, you know, imagine another composite of any rips that still might be there, and then just scoop in the gold light, gold fire, gold water, and again, just make sure you get all of them. If you know that you already repaired all your rips, then just comb through your aura anyway and melt away blocked energy. Because gold light is never a waste of your time. So energy seal is where you do an extra step because you can have hard energy objects stuck in your aura in different places, especially like on the outer surface. If your aura is somewhat strong, a hard energy object might not fully penetrate your aura. You know, it might just be sort of stuck in the outer part of your aura. And those mess with the cohesion, the strength of that outer surface of your aura. So let's get rid of all the hard objects anywhere in your aura. And there are a couple fun ways to do it, so I like to change up and do it different. I'm kind of in the mood for electromagnets at the moment. So electromagnets, it's just like they would be in the physical realm to pick up, you know, big metal objects. But it's just an energy device that you make, the big gold magnets all around the outside of your aura. And they're gonna, once you turn on your electromagnets, they're gonna attract, pull out all the hard objects anywhere in your aura, even if they're stuck, you know, in some energy center, you know, where you tend to have pain. You may have, you know, some stuck hard objects in your aura around there, or actually in the body chakra in that location. So make these good, strong electromagnets all around the outside of your aura, and then turn them on all at once. And just let the electromagnets pull out all the hard energy objects that are stuck in your surface of your aura or anywhere in your aura. And you can even comb through your aura a little extra just to make sure you're letting go of all the hard energy objects anywhere they are. Just let those hard energy objects go out to the electromagnets. Commonplace for hard energy objects is right here behind the head and neck. This whole part of the aura right behind the base of the skull and the neck. So make sure you comb through there and just let all those hard energy objects get sucked out to the electromagnets. And then you can have hard objects sort of jammed in at the base of your skull. So just lots of gold light so that they can loosen and get sucked out by the electromagnets. Okay, and then just say, angels, can you please recycle my electromagnets? And all the hard objects stuck to them. That's sort of assumed. So that was just using electromagnets because we want to get an energy seal. So we especially have to get rid of the hard energy objects stuck in that outer surface of your aura. But now once you got rid of those hard energy objects, then you have like a hole where the object was. So you just want to redo the repair of that surface of your aura, just to make sure the gold light goes in all those deep holes to clean them out so they heal up and grow back. So it's a nice smooth surface with no holes. So just gold light. And you can do gold light anywhere where there were hard objects that now there aren't, just to kind of wash out that whole location, get it flowing better. So especially around the outer surface of your aura, just lots of gold light because you want to repair up all the gashes that were created by the hard objects that are now gone. Okay, so that creates an energy seal. Once you do that, you remove the hard objects and you re-repair. So it's sort of like surface of jello, the surface of jello, you know, it sort of has a cohesion. So that adds up to a little bit extra strong boundaries, a little stronger aura, which is good. So, you know, if you're maybe intermediate or advanced or a motivated beginner, that could be something that you sort of intuitively check when you're checking your energy. Like, okay, is my grounding flowing and wide even in the back? You know, that's one thing you can kind of intuitively check real fast to see if you need to fix that, you know, at some point in the day. And then, you know, do I have my energy seal for both my astral body aura and my physical body aura? Because you know, if you've lost your energy seal, then you definitely need aura repair. You probably need aura repair as well. But if you have your energy seal for both your astral body and your physical body aura, then you don't need aura repair, because not only is your aura repaired, but it's like super smooth with cohesion and everything. So, okay, so that was energy seal. We did aura repair and then we did the energy seal stuff. We pulled out the hard objects with electromagnets because it's fun. I'm going to get to chakra repair after this, but I just want to make sure boundaries in the back of the aura are good enough. Obviously, aura repair and having an energy seal is a big part of that, but I just noticed initially, you know, in part one of the live stream, people were getting too much weird energy in from the back of their space, so I gotta check that. It was sort of clouding their whole aura. Oh yeah, okay. That's because people need Wei Qi aura repair. So that's cool, we can do that. We haven't done that in a while. To any great extent. So Wei Qi aura repair is cool. Your Wei Qi auras, and that's spelled WEI space CHI space auras, right? Wei Qi auras. Wei Qi is a type of qi, energy, and Wei Qi in traditional Chinese medicine is sort of like your defensive energy, your strong boundaries energy. So it's a good thing. And so Wei Qi is a traditional Chinese medicine concept. My acupuncturist says that everyone would learn that in acupuncture school, but I have heard that some acupuncturists are tell their clients, no, we never learned that. So it depends on how awesome your school was. But anyway, so that's Wei Qi. But then the fact that you have 15 extra auras as a spirit that give you that Wei Qi energy, that's something that angels taught me. So I mean, my acupuncturist was like, oh, that makes sense. But she's, very open-minded. So that's not strictly traditional Chinese medicine. That's sort of the angels told Janet stuff. So anyway, okay, but it's cool and really helps. So your physical body aura and your astral body aura, they're in the same place if you're really present. But also in the same place are 15 more auras. And they don't have chakras in them. They don't have your physical body in them. They're just, if they're whole and flowing and everything, they're like sparkly gold light. But it's really easy to have rips in them and hard objects stuck in them and even some invasive beings stuck in them. But mostly just rips, lots and lots of rips. And you can have those rips from a past life even. So the idea, especially when you're healing your Wei Qi auras, is you want to heal what's healthy and gentle to heal today. So it could just be that, well, either way, there's always more that you can do with your Wei Qi auras, it seems like, as far as unblocking and repairing them. But that's fine. You just do what's good to do today, right? So, but what I saw is part of it is people's Wei Qi auras in the back are more damaged than ideal. And so there's just too much energy that can kind of come in a little too easily. So let's specifically imagine the Wei Qi auras in the back and just lots of gold light and heal those up. And again, just imagine the rifts that are healthy and gentle to repair right now. And if you can't see and you feel like, I can't even imagine, just use your thought, use your intention. You have a copy out in front of you of the back of all your 15 Wei Qi auras, and you just scoop in the gold light to get deep into all the rips that are healthy and gentle to repair right now. You can use gold fire, gold water. You could say too, angels, can you please recycle any beings that are in the way of my healing work right now? And I'm going to just keep working. So what are we doing? We are repairing Wei Qi auras in the back. And this can literally help you feel less overwhelmed. It can feel less pressure in your neck and head, in your lower back, all that good stuff. So you just imagine those rips in the back of your Wei Qi auras and clean them out with the gold light. That's one of my dogs barking in his sleep. I don't know if you can hear that. Alright, so keep using the gold light. Take your time. Sometimes the Wei Qi aura repair takes a little longer just because you're repairing 15 auras at once. You're just doing what's healthy and gentle to do right now. And then we can, of course, do the top and the front as well of all these Wei Qi auras, just to the extent that's healthy and gentle. The top and the bottom. Let's just focus on the top at first. This is Wei Qi aura repair. We do have like a 14-minute video that obviously does a very abbreviated version of this. along with regular aura repair and grounding. You find it if you search Janet Wright repair 17 auras, the number 17, for the 2 regular auras and then the 15 Wei Qi auras. But yeah, so the top of your Wei Qi aura is just imagine the rips in the top and just lots of gold light. Get the gold light, gold fire deep into the rips so that they heal up. Oh, take your time, wiggle your toes, stay here, wiggle your butt if you want. Lots of gold fire around the rips. And then the front of all the Wei Qi auras, any rips that are healthy and gentle to repair in the front of your Wei Qi auras. So this can help make your tummy feel safer and more protected and less messed up, potentially. Take pressure off your face and your eyes and everything. So just again, you're repairing any rips that are healthy and gentle to repair in the front of all your 15 Wei Qi auras. You just imagine them all at once and lots of gold light to go deep into the rips. Take your time, deep breath. You could use affirmations too, like it's okay to heal, I can heal. Today's a good day to heal. I deserve to get this healing. All right. We didn't do the bottom of the Wei Qi auras. I guess we could do that too, just for kicks. So repair any rips in the bottom of the Wei Qi auras that are healthy and gentle to do right now. So this could be like, if they're deep, maybe around your legs, but if they're not so deep, maybe just under your feet, because your auras do go under your feet. Yeah, that did the trick. Because now if I just comb through the back of people's regular auras, like the back of the astral body aura and the back of the physical body aura, I feel like it's more of a closed energy system. I don't feel like a lot of junk moving in. Okay, so what was that? That was Wei Qi aura repair. So a little grounding and blocking, just because that probably makes people a lot more present, which therefore would make you want to release a lot of energy. And so you want to make sure, sometimes your grounding can be okay, but then you're releasing so much it blocks up again. So just double check your grounding, make sure even in the back, even in the center, all around, that it's like a really fast downward flow, like a fast waterfall, fast, or a beam of light or a tree trunk, as long as it's got really fast downward flow to it. All right, so that was Wei Qi aura repair and then a little regrounding. So, wow. It was cool. It took a lot of time, but it was cool. It was about 10 minutes actually of Wei Qi aura repair. So good job, guys. You can do that whenever you want because you're using the intention to do healthy and gentle. So, and Wei Qi aura repair helps with boundaries, helps with overall flow. And you can even get more in depth, like removing hard chunks of energy or invasive beings from your Wei Qi auras. But what we did was the quicker version, where you just say, angels, if there are any beings in the way, recycle them, please. But you can say too, if you want, you can say, angels, can you help me to heal my Wei Qi auras more in my sleep? And definitely say angels, but you can say, angels, can you please help me to heal my Wei Qi auras more and more in my sleep? All right, good job, guys. All right, so now we can move on to do chakra repair. And I did see that some people needed it. Typically, it wasn't, it was some people that get regular healings that maybe have like a crisis time or a conflict time. Like say, they're going through a divorce, or, just a lot of conflict in the family. But also people who haven't ever gotten a healing before, like somebody's paying for their brother or their friend or their mom or their daughter for the first time. And those people a lot of times need chakra repair too. But the thing is, at any given time, you might need chakra repair. I mean, you could get that much damage that one of your chakras would get a crack in it or a missing piece or something. So it's nice to let your angels heal you deeply at all times. So you can just kind of remind yourself, maybe like send gold light to your heart chakra, because your heart chakra helps you to feel more like you deserve healing, and that, self-care is important, so you can send gold light to your heart chakra, by putting your hand over your heart chakra. That's sort of an easy way, right? And just say, hey, I want to let my angels help me with my chakras whenever I need it. I want to let my angels help me heal and unblock my chakras whenever I need it. So it's not that maybe still, it's of course good to use videos or not use videos, but do it, yourself consciously. But sometimes maybe it is nice that, your angels would help you and you didn't even need to think about it consciously. It's not actually cheating. Okay, cool. So now we're going to do it consciously though, which is fun and cool and interesting. The question is, how are we going to do it? Because there's so many ways to repair chakras. I think I'm going to do repairing chakras in like groupings. So I'm not going to do like one composite that represents all major and minor chakras this time, because I do that a lot, and there's a nice cute little 12-minute video maybe that does that, like with a big tub of gold light and one composite that represents all chakras and one composite that represents all energy channels. I think what I'm going to do today is sort of group, just focus on the major chakras and group them together. So like we'll do 7 and 6, and then we'll do 5, 4, and 3, and then we'll do 2 and 1. So we'll do 7 and 6, and then we'll do 5, 4, 3, and then we'll do 2 and 1. Okay? So 7th chakra is in the top of the head, 6th chakra is behind the forehead, often called the third eye, just because it helps with seeing energy consciously, like seeing auras, but also subconsciously seeing solutions, kind of getting a read on people, stuff like that. 7th chakra is for intuition, confidence, goals, empowerment. Abel. My poor boy, he itches. Abel. Shush. Good boy, Abel. Good boy. Okay, so hopefully he can calm down. All right, so 7th and 6th chakras. 7th and 6th chakras of the astral body and the physical body. So, how do I want to do it today? Yeah, we will do a composite, but just of 7th and 6th chakras. So I think experientially it's kind of cool that way. If you know, change it up, you can feel things. So 7 and 6, right, for your physical body and your astral body. So those, and they're shaped the same way. 7th chakra is oriented this way with the opening at the top and the bottom, the round opening, and then 6th chakra is oriented this way, just like the others, with the round opening at the front and the back. But it doesn't matter. You make a composite of 7th and 6th chakras. And let's use gold light and repair those chakras. 7th and 6th chakra. So how can a chakra be damaged? Well, because people can throw energy, beings can throw energy. It can look like it has cracks in it. Like a chakra is an open cylinder shape. So the cylinder and then the round opening, right? And it can look like it has cracks or scratches or big chunks missing. So you just imagine your copy as big or as small as works for you. And again, this represents 7th and 6th chakras of physical body and astral body. And just lots of gold light. And just burn out anything that's not you. Any cords from anybody, any energy blocks that are healthy and gentle to clear right now. And just let the gold light also repair the chakra. So we're really doing repair and unblocking and melting cords all at the same time. And you can say, angels, can you please recycle any beings or being tunnels in these chakras? Being tunnels are just little passageways, and you don't want that. So again, more gold light. We're just doing your 7th and your 6th chakras at the same time of your astral and physical body. And let's think about the theme too. Friendship, boundaries, and play. So do you have any energy shutting down your ability to play, or your ability to manifest friendships, or your ability to have boundaries, healthy boundaries within yourself, like say with work and play, or healthy boundaries with other people? So that's all good stuff, right? So just imagine all the baggage that you want to clear from your 7th and 6th chakra having to do with friendship, boundaries, and play, and just lift up that baggage like a big clogged up mess. Leave the copy of 7 and 6 here, lift up the baggage, and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Can you help me with that? Okay, let's do that again. So we're imagining any blockages, devices, whatever, that are in the way of friendship, healthy boundaries, and play. For your 7th and 6th chakras, lift all that baggage up, give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And that's your 7th and your 6th chakras. Just burn it all out. Burn out anything that you need to clear. Your 7th and 6th chakras. Okay, so we're done with that. I'm going to check on my dog, and then we're doing 5, 4, and 3 right after that. Able baby. Able baby. Poor baby. He itches and then he's very compulsive, so it's hard for him to just let it go, so then he makes it worse. Anyway, okay, so now this should be interesting too, because we're going to heal, repair, and unblock and melt cords for chakras 5, 4, and 3 all at the same time of your astral body and your physical body. So what are they for? 5 is for communication with self and others, peace of mind, hearing your angels, all sorts of really good stuff, nonverbal communication. 4th is for self-love, self-care, motivation, enthusiasm, gratitude, compassion, all sorts of good stuff. 3rd chakra is for taking action, finishing projects, sleeping well, so very important. So let's do all those at once. That should be interesting. So imagine one composite copy of your astral 543 and your physical 543 chakras. And it just looks like one open cylinder because it's a copy, it's a composite copy, and just lots of gold light. And let the gold light repair these chakras. And just keep breathing and relax. And again, the damage could look like cracks or scratches or pieces missing. And the clogs could look like, you know, the cylinder doesn't, energy can't go through it. It just kind of blocks up somewhere. So just melt away the clogs and repair. And melt away any cords that are going into the chakras. 5, 4, and 3. So everybody has projects where you wish you could just get it done, right? So this is a good one for that, because 4th is motivation, and then 3rd chakra is actually, you know, doing it and finishing it. So and 5th chakra is inner voice, so like talking to yourself in a positive way about it. So when these are all in harmony, you're much more likely to just get it done. So heal 5, 4, and 3 at the same time. Unblock them, repair them, melt cords. So you just imagine blockages inside the chakra composite and just melt them away, melt away the blockages. And when you melt the cords away, do a little extra repair. Because a lot of times a cord can't connect from somebody else to you unless you have a lot of blockage there and or damage. So once you get rid of the cords, then do a little extra repair and melting away of hard blocked energy so that it won't be so easy for someone to cord you again. Okay, and then let's do specific unblocking for the theme of friendship, boundaries, and play. So imagine any baggage that's healthy and gentle to clear around friendship, boundaries, and play in your chakras 5, 4, 3 of astral and physical. And imagine the baggage like you could just notice it and it's heavy and it's obvious, and just lift it up and then say, angels, here you go. Okay, and just do more of that. Chakras, you have your composite of chakras 5, 4, 3, astral and physical. And imagine the baggage that you have around friendship, boundaries, and play. And just lift up that baggage all at once. And give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. You could also, if you're healing yourself, just blow it up, blow up the baggage. One more time. Lift up your friendship, boundaries, and play baggage. Give it to your angels. All right, so that was chakras 5, 4, and 3. Right there. 5, 4, 3 of your astral body and physical body. We did repair, melting cords, and unblocking. So now we're going to do 2 and 1, chakras 2 and 1. So chakra 2 is below the belly button, like 2 inches, inch and a half, 1 inch, depending on how tall you are, how long your torso is. First chakra is at the base of the spine. Second chakra has to do, an ideal color for second chakra is orange. It has to do with sexuality, sensuality, and emotional wellness. So that's important. And then first chakra helps you with courage, safety, and abundance. So all good, right? Emotional strength, courage, good combo, right? Let's work that. So imagine a composite copy that represents chakras 2 and 1 of your physical body and chakras 2 and 1 of your astral body. So it just looks like one open cylinder. And just repair. Essentially, you're repairing 4 chakras at once with a composite. Just your chakras, your second, your first chakra of your astral and physical bodies. And lots of gold light, repair, repair, repair. So repairing would be like maybe there are cracks or scratches or chunks missing. So just let the gold light clean out the damaged parts so they can grow back. And just take a deep breath, relax. It's okay. You just remind yourself, hey, it's okay to heal. I deserve a healing. It's okay to let go. It's okay. It's all right. You can say things like, I am safe. I am safe. Just to calm your first chakra down a little bit more so it's easier to heal. I am safe. Because your first chakra generates a safety and courage energy and abundance energy, but if it's damaged, you tend to feel the opposite, like anxiety, fear, worry. You don't feel safe. So that's why saying I am safe, it just kind of helps you to chill out with that, like not get like my dog, all freaked out and hyped up. So, so again, we're repairing and unblocking if you're already repaired. Second and first chakra of astral and physical body. So unblocking, you just imagine the clogs around the chakras or inside the chakras and melt them away. Melt away cords. The only cords that I would say keep would be if you have a young child who is your child, like 13 or younger, then there's a first chakra cord to that child that makes sense and is good. But anyone else has no place cording your first chakra. So just melt away all the other cords. And then go ahead and repair that outer round surface of both second and first chakras once you've gotten rid of cords that don't belong there. Because like I said, usually that means if someone could cord you, that means that there's a little bit of blocked energy there, like hard energy, or a little bit of damage. So that's how they were able to cord. So now the cord is gone, it's easier to heal the damage and melt away the blocked energy. And first chakra, for safety, it also has to do with things like, being healthy, protecting your own life, things like that, survival stuff. So sometimes if you get sick, it can tax the first chakra. So maybe it's a little bit extra blocked because you were sick, but you can just unblock it. It doesn't have to stay that way. So you can just imagine any blockages that are in your first chakra from being sick in the past, and just melt those away. Like this one person, they said they're asking me, oh, is it okay to get the COVID-19 vaccine? And in my opinion, and the opinion of the angels that I have asked, they're like, yes, go ahead, get the vaccine. But that person heard on Facebook, which, a lot of untrue things are on Facebook, but that person heard that the vaccine causes permanent damage to your aura. And I don't see that as being true, but it could be that somebody, because when you get the vaccine, you can get a little sick. Like the second shot gave me like half a flu for a day. But it makes sense. I mean, that's what a vaccine does, is it prepares your body, to like with a little bit of, a little bit of, I guess, a safe version somehow. I don't know how it works, but anyway, basically your body fights off something, and then those antibodies that you create with the fighting process, that's your protection then from the virus. That's how the virus helps you. So you go through, you may feel little symptoms of sickness, just very mild, right? And so any mild sickness that you go through, get a cold, have a bad headache, whatever, there is a little bit of residual stress in your first chakra because of that. So maybe, somebody sensed like, oh, I'm not the same, and they misinterpreted why, it just because of sickness creates a little bit of stress for your first chakra. So go ahead and melt away any stress in your first chakra that has been caused by minor or major sicknesses that you've been through in this life or other lives. Also, like surgeries, like if you've gotten like a root canal, like teeth dental surgery at some point, or some other kind of surgery, it's just a little stressful for the first chakra. Doesn't mean you shouldn't get the surgeries you need. It just, heal your first chakra. We're also healing the second chakra too. But just melt away any stress from illnesses, from surgeries, from like the pandemic, the coronavirus pandemic. It's like all this mass fear, and you may have sponged that up accidentally. So melt that away from your first chakras and your second chakras. Just any drama about the pandemic, any dramas from any sicknesses that you've been through or you've been around that other people have been through. Okay, and then we'll do the theme, of course, friendship, boundaries, and play. Any baggage because we're using a composite of your second and first chakras, of your astral body and physical body. So any baggage that you have about friendship, boundaries, and play, that's good to clear right now. Just imagine it as like, heavy and obvious, and then just lift it out and hand it to your angels. Say, angels, here you go. Okay, let's do that again. So imagine any baggage that's healthy and gentle to clear right now out of your second and first chakra, and just lift out the baggage and hand it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And a little extra work healing and just sort of soothing your first and second chakra. And one more time, lift out any friendship, boundaries, and play baggage that's good to clear right now. Lift it out of the chakras and say, angels, here you go. No, extra gold light. Again, this is your second and first chakras, astral body and physical body. All right. So then you can just imagine, sort of individual copies of all 7 physical chakras, and then imagine separately next to that all 7 astral body chakras, just separately because it's kind of interesting. And just gold light down all of them and just relax all of them. Help them to just adjust to each other, because you've been doing a lot of healing and repairing and clearing. You want them kind of to feel like they're all on the same team. They're all working together. All right, and then you can imagine them together, because sometimes if you imagine them separate, you might accidentally become a little out of your body. Just, it doesn't have to be that way, but just if you imagine them together at the end, that's nice. together, meaning like when you're fully present, your astral body chakras fit inside your physical body chakras. And maybe a little extra moment so that your second and first chakras fit in properly. All right, good job. What was that? That was a sort of interesting version of chakra repair, chakra unblocking, and melting cords, and also a theme-specific clearing for friendship, boundaries, and play. So good job. Woohoo! We did chakras 7 and 6, we did chakras 5, 4, 3, and then we did chakras 2 and 1. Grouped together like that. All right, let me see where people are at. I feel like we're almost done. Let's do chunk and bubble because that's super easy. Chunk and bubble is a clearing and sort of learning technique. It clears things, but it emphasizes what you learn from it, even just subconsciously learn. Because when you go through hard things, you can always learn stuff. You know, it can help you grow, help you become wiser, stronger. So when you do chunk and bubble, is just make a big chunk of any baggage that you should clear right now. And you can make it into a couple chunks if you feel like it's too big to do as just one chunk. But one chunk or a couple chunks of what you need to clear right now, just leftover stuff that's still triggered, maybe about friendship, boundaries, and play, or just in general, maybe about something that happened yesterday. So any junk that you need to clear right now, any baggage you need to process, right? And then you imagine that as a big chunk or several chunks. And then imagine a big tub of gold healing energy as water. And it's big enough so that you're going to be able to dunk your chunk one at a time and melt them away. Or maybe make it big enough so that you can dunk multiple chunks at once, whatever floats your boat. And then just go ahead and dunk your chunk. So just dunk your chunk, and you can dunk a few chunks if you like. And as your chunks melt away, you're technically clearing the baggage. And the bubbles, gold bubbles, come up and they kind of pop in the air around you. And as they pop, you get your wisdom from even just subconsciously, but you get your learning from whatever you went through. So go ahead, more chunks that you need to clear right now. Junk them in your water and just get the bubbles, the gold bubbles to come up of your wisdom. And let's explicitly do, I did a chunk and bubble machine too. So you have a nice little maybe gold machine that drops your chunks at the right speed, you know. You can do that if you want, make a chunk and bubble machine and load all your chunks into that, but you don't have to. But let's make chunks, any baggage that you should clear, unprocessed stress, if you want to think of it that way, from this or past lives, about friendship, boundaries, and play. So like, for example, any friendship dramas that you've had that are good to clear right now, any energy that makes you not playful enough so you don't really have enough fun in your life, any boundary issues that just make it really hard for you to have healthy boundaries, even though you try, and just load all that up in your chunk machine. And have your angels check your chunk machine so it'll drop them down at a good pace for you. And then make a big tub of gold healing energy water and just get your chunk machine going, or get your dunking going. So you start dunking as many chunks as you want at once. And as your chunks of unprocessed baggage from this or past lives melt in the gold light and dissolve, the bubbles come up, the gold wisdom bubbles come up. So you can learn from what you went through. You know, even if it was unpleasant at the time, there's probably some level of wisdom and self-knowledge that is really helpful for you that you can gain from that. So keep dunking more chunks at a rate that's healthy and gentle, and let the chunks dissolve in the water, and let the gold light bubble up, and as it pops you get your, as the gold bubbles pop, you get your wisdom from all these experiences of yours. So it might motivate you to clear more because you get all this wisdom. So you're thinking like, well, yeah, look at all this benefit. It's not just like a annoying work I have to do to clear stuff. I get wiser, and that's cool, right? So just keep your chunks coming and just let them melt and let the gold bubbles pop, and so you get your wisdom from these experiences. And you can load up your chunk machine as much as you want with friendship boundaries and play baggage. Have your angels double check it all. Angels, can you check my machine and my chunks? Have a big tub of gold water and just leave it on auto, dunk, so that it dunks chunks at the right pace for you. So that's chunk and bubble, just in general, and also for clearing baggage around friendship boundaries and play. And then let's do a little bit of flower healing, and then we'll have the angels bless us, and we'll be done with the healing. Okay, so flower healing is super easy. So all that healing and just all the experiences you've been through, you may need to give back to yourself, right? Some of these experiences have been depleting. And so let's give back, right? Give back to yourself. So just make a whole bunch of energy healing flowers for yourself out of universal healing energy. And they can be rainbow colors, gold light, whatever. You don't have to overthink it. And just make a whole bunch of energy healing flowers for you, whatever you need to have the best possible friendship energy, healthy boundaries energy, and play energy for yourself, right? And just make as much flowers as you need. Say, angels, can you double check my flowers? So that way they'll adjust the flowers as much as is needed. And then give that to yourself. And let them go wherever they need to go. Okay? And just, we'll do another batch of that. So energy healing flowers to help you with your friendship energy and manifesting, with your healthy boundaries, and with your play energy. So you can be as playful as you need to be. Go ahead and make as many energy healing flowers as you need. And say, angels, can you double check my flowers? And then give those to yourself. All right, so then just say, angels, can you give me a blessing and a healing? And you could say too, angels, can you bless my friendship, healthy boundaries, and play energy? All right, good job. You did it. So that was a two-part, two different live streams. Just to be clear, the first live stream had to end at 54 minutes because of technical problems with my laptop for some reason, my streaming software. But the first live stream was 54 minutes, and it introduced the theme. It introduced themes for this whole month, Q&As for this whole month, introduced techniques, and got through grounding, crowd exercise, vacuum boxes, and just started aura repair. And then this live stream picked up with a little grounding and did aura repair, energy seal, lots of Wei Qi aura repair, which was interesting. We did that for 10 minutes. Then we did chakra repair. Then we did chunk and bubbles to clear, and flower healing to nourish. So good job, everybody. The next healing is in 2 days on the same theme. And then there's going to be that the Q&A live stream, separate Q&A live stream in 2 days on Sunday as well. And that one will be open topic. One question per person of anything you want. Except future reading, I don't do that. So I'm going to catch up on comments before I sign off. If you have any comments about how you feel from this healing. Uh-oh, I think I have technical problems again. I hope not. Let me know if it's working or not. That would be a drag if it's not working all over again. So let me know working or not working. But I'm gonna read some comments. Okay, someone says they're just happy about the live stream working. Gives me nice emojis. Someone says, I love the Wei Chi work. It always feels so good. That's good, I'm glad. Oh, good. Someone says it still works. Oh, good. Good. Okay. Good. Thank you, everybody. That helps. Yeah, Wei Chi auras are really a big deal. Help you to feel good, have strong boundaries, strong aura, good flow. So it says, when I lifted 543 composite chakra baggage, it felt so good to give my angels my extended family boundary baggage. Well, good. Good. Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully that's interesting to kind of change it up and do the chakras and groupings. It's always good. You don't want to bore yourself. So if you're always repairing chakras the same way, sometimes you can kind of like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. You know, you don't want to get in that space because then you're not as present and engaged. So your work isn't as powerful. So that's why I come up with all these quirky variations. Okay, so good. I'm glad that was interesting. Thanks for the feedback. Someone says, thanks for the healing. My husband had nausea and tiredness since last Thursday. Did you see anything in the healing that will help with that? Yeah, I think he really needed Wei Chi aura repair. So hopefully that's going to help him. If he's still messed up, then hopefully it'll help him repair faster. You know, like recover faster. I'm gonna look at his, oh yeah, I forgot his first name, but now I remember. Yeah, he got a lot of aura damage like in the front around his belly and his gut. Like this whole front part just got torn out, including a couple of his Wei Chi auras and his astral and his physical body aura. So that's why everything just blocked up and felt terrible. Somebody just punched the heck out of him. So I don't think he was totally innocent in it though, because I can see him yelling at whoever's doing it. So I think he got into like a resistance battle of like, I hate you, no, I hate you, no, I hate you more. So there's somebody probably work related. You could say to him, or if you notice, you know, anyone notices that with a loved one that they're just always getting beat up all the time, usually they're not completely innocent in the situation and they may be accidentally, subconsciously starting fights or just not letting them resolve. So you can say, you know, hi, we'll say your husband's name is John, which it's not, you know, just as an example, just, hi, John, your angels can help you resolve conflict. Your angels can help you end conflict, so that you can have peace and heal yourself. You know, because sometimes they don't realize that the conflict is what's exhausting themselves, even subconsciously. So I think that's the case. He just kept going back to like scream more at this person, and they kept, you know, really nailing him very effectively. So if you can, you know, go, I know you're tired. You can ask your angels to help you so that you have a lot less conflict, so you can heal and get your strength back. You know, just link it to his strength and his vitality and feeling healthy. You know, so then he'll be like, oh, you mean I shouldn't have conflict? Yeah. So I hope that makes sense. I do have a video for people who are conscious and want to do videos of mine, which is not that person's husband and many people's loved ones, but if you search Janet Wright Resolve Conflict Boundary Issues, then there's a nice 35-minute video that walks you through like nourishing yourself and doing really clean, karmically positive things for the other person that you're in a conflict with or that you have boundary problems with, to help with all that. But yeah, they both did great in the healing. I just think that, you know, with your husband, he still got a little stagnant energy around his gut, but if it should resolve. I mean, if he just, because he's really grounded now and really present and all that stuff got healed up, so it just takes a while to cycle through his system. But your daughter is a lot more present. Let me see, where is she? I'm looking at names. Oh yeah. She does look more present than usual. It's funny. She's like blinking at me with her eyes open. I'm like, whoa. So it seems like they did well. They received the healing for sure. Someone says, thanks, Janet. Got healing. Yes, lots of tension in shoulders. Feel better after Wei Qi. Is my aura okay back there? Yeah, it is. You just had a lot of Wei Qi aura damage. Did you have, I don't think you needed aura repair. You had blockages back there. So when we were combing through back there, and then the back of the aura, back of grounding, that was nice for you. And then all the Wei Qi aura repair really helped. Because the more that flows, then it just makes it easier for your regular auras to flow better. But I think the problem with you is that your grounding keeps blocking up in the back, like on a regular basis. Like by like 3 o'clock every day, the back of your grounding is blocked. So if you could try to, you know, like anywhere in the afternoon, just like check in with the back of your aura, the back of your grounding, just comb through it, especially the back of your grounding. You gotta just keep it flowing, you know, just keep healing back here, you know, because you should be leaning back on like a lot of gold flowy energy rather than like ripped up junkiness. So I'm glad you're feeling better, and yeah, that makes sense that the Wei Qi aura stuff, you actually felt a difference after that. I'm glad you felt the difference. That's cool. So this is quick comment on Wei Qi auras. I've been adding them into the composite copy work I do daily on yourself. Has that been working out for me, or should I do that separately if it's not working well? I think it's working well. I think that you could do it separately just to notice something, you know, for your learning, to be like, oh, I'm doing my Wei Qi auras now. You know, like on days when you have a little bit extra time to notice something, you know, be like, oh, that's wild. My Wei Qi auras are damaged in the top, you know, because you might not notice that if you don't have aura damage in the top, you know, to notice that your Wei Qi auras are damaged in the top. So it depends, you know. I think that you're effectively doing it if you mush them all at once, you know, like there's that video, that 14-minute video, I think. You search Janet Wright Repair 17 auras, the number 17. I think that's what we do in that video. We do them all at once. So it's effective. It's just that you're somewhat, you know, along, you know, you're not just a newbie, so you could, some days you're feeling geeky, just geek out and notice something about one of your Wei Qi auras that you wouldn't have noticed otherwise. And just kind of push yourself to learn. But yeah, it works when you do them together. So this is, how is my son doing? You healed him, thank you. The chunk and bubble helped him the most out of everything we did today. He didn't need the shock. He did not have chakra damage, which is a good sign. Because, you know, he only gets the triplets each month. Not only, but, you know, then there's all that time in the month that he's not getting healed. He could get his chakras damaged, but he's letting his angels, now he's at that point where he lets his angels repair his aura usually. When he's not getting the healing, you know, like if he just gets damaged, he lets his angels do maintenance for him. So that's a big milestone for the people that are well, for anybody really, but especially for people that are telepathic consent participants, because they they're never going to do a video of mine, you know. So the fact that he is letting his angels repair when needed is an important, um, good thing, milestone for him. But anyway, so that said, you know, the biggest benefit for him in this healing was the chunk and bubble stuff that we did. He likes that. He likes, you know, the bubbles and feeling like he's receiving something. It motivates him to clear more than he normally would. He's kind of enthusiastic about it, so he's rocking the chunk and bubble. But he seems fine. Like right now, he's in 7 through 2. Looks good. If you ever want to, I know you're kind of hands off on that, but if you ever want, you know, once you've worked your own energy and everything, and unblocked your own grounding and your own aura and everything, you could you know, if the back of his grounding needs unblocking, you could actually remind him to have his angels do that for him. That way, you're not even healing him. Because, you know, if he gets blocked up, that's where it starts usually for him. It's the back of his grounding. All right. So it says, I feel pretty good. I was feeling very triggered and out of it pre-healing, and now I just feel a little out of it. The Wei Chi healing really helped because I was feeling heavy in my back. Yeah, good to know. So when you feel a little out of it, you can take that sort of literally. I mean, because your basics are already done. You know, you just got this healing for 2 hours. So your aura repair is repaired. Your chakras are undamaged. So you could see like the fit of astral chakras into physical chakras. And they are sort of all a little bit, it is a fit, like you're actually in all your chakras right now, which means your sensitivities are very high. So it's sort of like, what's that fable, like the princess and the pea? Like you can feel a pea down like 5 mattresses below you, and you're very sensitive. So just for context, you know, there's not like a big imbalance you're feeling, even though you really feel it. But so you just imagine the astral chakras and how are they fitting in the physical chakras, and they all seem to be just a little slightly non-ideal, like they're mostly in but a little out. So you can just kind of move out the baggage that's making that happen, and then blow up that baggage. You know, move out the baggage that's making the fit weird, and just melt away that baggage or blow it up. Move out that baggage, and then. So I think that's all you need to do, because I was just doing that for you a little bit because you're one of the people I healed today, and it's a little better. So just keep doing that. Just move out the baggage that's messing with the fit of astral into physical. Hope that helps. Yeah, because everything else in your space is nice grounding, even in the back, everything's fine. All right. So cool. People were just saying they can see and hear me, which is great. It did glitch for a bit. That's good to know. Thanks, Janet. So it says, thanks, Janet. I feel great. I'm moving to a new apartment soon, and I've been feeling anxious and kind of weepy sad. I think it's my sister in my space and/or the energy she throws. Yeah, I would say that's true. She's really triggered about you lately. I mean, like, I just see her going, like, she's like screaming at you, like, energy wise, you know? She's like, ah! Like, sometimes she'll scream right at, like, your upper chakras, sometimes she'll scream right at your lower chakras. That's when you're feeling anxious, is when she's screaming at your lower chakras. When she's screaming at your upper chakras, you probably just have, like, zero focus. So somehow she gets in, like, way too much. She shouldn't be able, because I think she's like standing halfway in your aura doing that. So I think you must need more Wei Chi aura repair in the front, because she can kind of waltz halfway in pretty easily, and she shouldn't be able to do that. So work on repairing more your Wei Chi auras in the front. Just for fun, I'm gonna say hi to her for a sec. All right. So I had a talk with your sister, and we talked about how life is not fair, which is completely true. You know, and she's like that you have all these advantages, things always go right for you, and I'm like, well, yeah, but you work really hard on your energy, and she doesn't. And she's like, well, so what? I've had all these bad things happen to me. I should just have good things in my life now because I've had all these bad things happen to me. And I said, well, yeah, but life doesn't work that way. If you're sitting in a bunch of pain and blocked energy because of hardship, it's still, your life sucks. It doesn't automatically improve just to balance things out. Life just isn't fair like that. And so your angels can help you to improve your energy, because that's the only way things are actually going to get better. And then she just screamed in general then about how much that sucks and how that's not fair, which is true. I mean, that's not fair at all. Fair would be like, okay, someone who's had all this hardship, then, things should just get better, right? Oh, and the angels come and fix you up and everything's fine and the rest of your life is great, right? But it doesn't work that way at all. You can have like a lousy life on and on and on and on unless you heal and repair. And you're thinking, well, why should I have to heal and repair? All this stuff happened to me. I should be helped. But it doesn't exactly work that way. So anyway, she's working with her angels now about it, and she's not explicitly mad at you about it, at least right now. But you may have to, give her another talk about life is not fair kind of thing, and just don't fight the whole not fair thing, because it is true. I mean, she has had hardship, and she feels like things should just be better for her now because she had hardship, but that's not at all. That's the exact opposite of how life works. So I hope that makes sense. So she's getting help with that from her angels now. All right. Someone says, after doing the Wei Chi Aura work that we did today, I felt so light. Oh, good. And you healed yourself. Good for you. And I've been having tummy issues. After doing the chakra repair, my stomach started growing? Maybe growling? I don't know. My stomach started growing, releasing the baggage to the angels and Chunk and Bubble. So you're just saying all the things that you liked. Well, good for you. I'm really glad. And yeah, you did need that Wei Chi Aura repair, especially in the front around your tummy. You actually even needed regular aura repair around your tummy too. So good job on both of those. You needed aura repair and Wei Chi Aura repair up top too, especially. So up top and around your tummy. So you could, going forward, just make sure you keep repairing up top and around your tummy, just regular auras, but also Wei Chi auras, just to make sure you get nice and flow and poofy and round and, awesomeness. So it's like a nice big dishwasher machine of your energy, scrubbing out blocked energy so you get more flow and you feel good. But good for you. You did great work. Someone says, my 14-year-old daughter got this healing, but was in ER again last night. She's still not receptive to consciously participating. How can I help her? Yeah. I like looking at names, so let me look at her name. Chunk and Bubble was the one that most helped her. Because you can, again, life is not fair. You can get so blocked that you're just so unmotivated to unblock yourself. It's like, oh, are you kidding me? Why would I have to do that? Like, seriously? What? But with Chunk and Bubble, she feels the bubbles and it feels like something very pleasurable, And so she actually did like way more energy clearing than she would have because we did clearing with Chunk and Bubble. Like the whole composite thing, I mean, I was helping with that, so it worked fine, but she was kind of like, oh, whatever, But as soon as we did Chunk and Bubble, she was like, yeah. So if you want, maybe remind her on a spirit level about Chunk and Bubble and just say, hey, just want to remind you, your angels can help you, and you can do Chunk and Bubble with your angels to clear energy and get wisdom, because she seems to like it. Like it seems like she'd be like, okay, mom, and then she'll do chunk and bubble more. She just has a lot of blocks that, build up, and were there from past lives too. So the idea of, I mean, you witnessed that yourself in the last couple of years. Of now you're more like eager to clear stuff, whereas before it was like just it felt too much to do, even though it's not, because you just do a little at a time, but it can just feel like, oh, forget it, it's pointless. So she's still in that sort of a place. But yeah, just a reminder on a spirit level, chunk and bubble. And she got the healing, so the first chakra work helped her body, and so yeah, she did fine. She knows me as a healer, and through these healings and other healings that she's gotten from me, and she likes it more than going to the dentist. I mean, chunk and bubble she legitimately likes, but the other stuff, it's sort of like, like someone that has to take a shower before they go to bed, and they're like, all right, let's do it. But she receives it fine. But yeah, the motivation just hasn't kicked in enough yet. You could, if you want, if you're healed yourself, because you're pretty, far along, like intermediate plus. So you could help her unblock her chakras in the back, especially her heart chakra. Once you've already healed yourself a little, just like, imagine the back of all her major chakras, and just gold light through all the back of all her chakras, especially fourth chakra, just so you imagine like a lot of energy flow out the back. Okay, hope that helps. Someone says, finally started doing Wei Qi aura healing last night and joined in for the healing today. How about that? Would love to know how I'm doing. Thank you. And you got the healing today too. The Wei Qi aura healing today, you most needed it in the top. The Wei Qi aura healing you did last night, it did help you in the back and the front, but there was a lot that needed doing in the top. So maybe in general, just don't skip on the top repair of your Wei Qi aura healing, because it seems to be like a thing. You need more even over time, the top of your Wei Qi auras. Anything else? I mean, you're doing well. I mean, you're really looking forward on your spiritual path. You're stepping forward like really mindfully. I think maybe there's a little bit of because I see you sort of marching forward on your path as opposed to like going forward more quickly, like sort of gliding forward fast, I think you're dragging a lot behind you, with you on your spiritual path. So just remind yourself, look at yourself on your path, and just imagine the heaviness that you're trying to drag forward accidentally with you on your path, and just melt that stuff away. Melt the stuff behind you on your spiritual path that you're trying to drag forward. And that way you can just glide forward faster. It won't take so much effort. Someone says, oh, that's great, Janet. Thank you. You're welcome. Someone says, feel so much better, balanced. Oh, you got the healing. The release of resistance to be powerful and creative was so needed. Well, that's nice. Thank you for the healing. You're welcome. Someone says they're giving me their name, which is good because it's not obvious from the YouTube ID. Thanks, Janet. You healed my mom, dad, sister, and myself. How did my family do with the healing? Your dad, I was watching extra because he very much needed chakra repair, whereas your mom and your sister did not need chakra repair. I think they got their chakras. See, there's angel help that you can opt into for like up to 5 nights in advance of all these healings. And so your mom and your sister got their chakras repaired like nights ago in their sleep. But your dad got like half of it done, but he just had a lot of kind of resistance, and he got very distracted and almost kind of, he just wasn't, it was just kind of a little weird for him to do it with the angels and everything in his sleep because he's not used to that. So so I was watching him extra, and it he got them all repaired now, so that's good. And his aura needed repair. It's like he was half letting his angels work with him, but not enough. So it was good. He got everything today that we did. It all worked, and he does like the chunk and bubble. He like makes him smile, which is pretty cute. Because he was almost like kind of irritable with the angels and the astral prep. So to see him smile with chunk and bubble is kind of adorable. But your mom and your sister were more ready for today's healing because they had opted into like at least half of the available prep that you could do, because there's so much angel prep that you could opt into, because there are people of all levels doing these healings. But so your mom and your sister like pretty much like surfed through today, but for your dad it was more like almost starting over and figuring stuff out, and that it's not something to dislike, this healing stuff. So at least on a spirit level. So yeah, it worked for everybody. So that's cool. Yeah, you're giving me your sister's names, but I have it on the list. As long as you give me your name, then I have everybody grouped properly on the sheets that I have, so I can quickly look. Because people often say, "How did my brother do? He got the healing too," and so I have to look up. Okay, I know that person's name, and then I group it with the family that you paid for. So, but on the survey, it's nice if you mention everybody's name, because when I'm looking through the surveys, it's just an extra step if I have to pull out my paperwork. So it's nice to have it all written on the survey. That way I can really quickly read everybody. Someone says, yes, it was growling. Autocorrect fail. Yeah, autocorrect gets such in the way. Like when I'm making updates to my website, every time I write healing, it tries to autocorrect it to hearing. So if you ever see hearing on my website, I apologize. It's just a very motivated autocorrect that doesn't acknowledge healing as a thing. I think healing with an S is like does not exist according to autocorrect. Healings, energy healings, that's not a thing. So it tries to make it hearing. Anyway, thank you. I will be adding these all to daily practice. Oh, good, exciting. Yeah, you did so well healing yourself. Good for you. And I do 5 of these group healings a month. I mean, not that you have to do them all, but that might motivate you. If you do some of them, maybe it's a nice motivational thing. Everything is listed on my website all through the end of the year, actually. All the group healing themes and dates. JanetWrightReadings.com. The sessions menu pay here page is where all the good info is. So as a thanks, Janet. LOL about Chunk and Bubble. Good to know. Yeah. Well, these resistant people have a soft spot for Chunk and Bubble, apparently. Someone says thanks. You're welcome. So this is how did I do with receiving the healing and where to focus. I would say you could redo the chakra work that we did. You know how we grouped 7 and 6, we did that together, and then 5, 4, 3 we did together, and 2 and 1 we did together. I think 7 and 6 it worked really well for you, but the other 2 groupings you could definitely keep redoing those. Chakras 5, 4, 3, and then chakras 2 and 1. I think the grouping is kind of, your angels like it for you. I just think there was a lot there, so just redo that. The repair worked, the unblocking half worked, and then the lifting out of the baggage, there's just still more to be done. So for unblocking and lifting out of the baggage with, the theme friendship boundaries play, you could redo that. But that's just because there's a lot to clear. It's not that you weren't doing everything. And you seem to want a lot more flower healing, so keep doing flower healing for yourself. All right, cool. Someone says, thanks, Janet. Oh, I already read that. So it says, thank you so much. That makes so much sense about my sister. Even just texting with her, hanging out for a short time, I feel like she is screaming at me, even if she physically isn't. Yeah, because she is. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Life really is not fair. I mean, there's nothing fair about it. I mean, some humans try to make it fair, but the way energy works, it's the opposite of fair. It's very ironic more than anything. So I think that's what she's trying to convey. I mean, on the surface, she's trying to say that you need to make her life fair, but underneath it, she's just confused and she thinks life should be fair. And there's nothing fair about life. It's just, it's not the way it's organized. Like the more as a reader, the more people I read, the more lives I read of people and help people with energy. It's just like, you just got to give up that whole idea that it should be fair. So you could talk to her on a spirit level and just say, let your angels help you with that whole fair thing, so that then she doesn't expect life to be fair anymore, and she can get over that, because it's you could stay stuck on that for lifetimes because it's just not. So if that makes sense. Righty. Okay, good. So those are all the comments I'm getting, which probably is a good sign that we should wrap up. So like I said, the next healing is on this theme as well. Friendship boundaries and play in 2 days, and then another one on Tuesday. Friendship boundaries and play. And the Q&A on Sunday in 2 days will be open topic. So anything you want. Okay, take care. You're so awesome. Thank you for your patience, everybody, with the technical difficulties. I don't know that there's anything I can do differently because I didn't really, yeah, whatever. So I'll just have to ask the angels to help my laptop. All right, bye everybody. You're wonderful. Have a good day.